You say something completely normal, a simple comment, a small joke, an opinion during your conversation. Everyone seems fine with it. The moment passes, but later, your brain replays it. Suddenly, the sentence sounds different in your head. You start thinking, why did I say it like that? That sounded weird. Did I sound stupid? The more you replay the moment, the worse it feels. And now something that was perfectly ordinary starts to feel embarrassing, almost like you exposed something about yourself. But here's the strange part. Most of the people in that conversation probably forgot the moment within seconds, yet your brain keeps analyzing it. Why does this happen? Why can a completely normal sentence turn into a small wave of self-doubt hours later? The answer has a lot to do with how the brain processes social interactions. Humans evolved in small social groups where reputation mattered for survival. If you said something strange, offensive, or confusing, it could affect your place in the group. So the brain developed a system that reviews social moments after they happen. Psychologists call this post-event processing. It's essentially the brain running a replay of a conversation to check for mistakes. Did I say something wrong? Did people react strangely? Did that affect how they see me? Most of the time, this system works quietly in the background, but when the brain detects even a small hint of uncertainty, the replay becomes stronger. Your mind zooms in on the exact sentence, the exact tone, the exact reaction someone had. And because the brain is trying to prevent future social mistakes, it starts exaggerating the importance of the moment. This is connected to something called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a cognitive bias where people overestimate how much others notice their behavior. Your brain feels like a spotlight is pointed directly at you, like everyone is analyzing what you said. But in reality, most people are too focused on their own thoughts to examine yours that closely. There's another layer to this experience. Your brain doesn't store social memories like a video recording. It stores fragments, pieces of tone, emotion, meaning. When your brain replays the memory later, it fills in the gaps, and it often fills those gaps with doubt, because the brain's priority isn't comfort, it's protection. If your mind can imagine ways a moment might have gone wrong, it believes it's preparing you to avoid that mistake next time. But this process creates a distortion. Instead of remembering the conversation accurately, you start remembering the possibility that it sounded bad. That possibility slowly feels like reality. Another reason this happens is linked to self-awareness. People who are thoughtful or introspective tend to analyze their own behavior more deeply. Your brain runs more simulations. It looks at the moment from different angles. How did I sound? What were they thinking? Should I have said it differently? But here's the important part. This analysis rarely reflects what actually happened. It reflects your brain's attempt to predict how others might judge you. And prediction is often influenced by your internal standards. If you expect yourself to sound smart, articulate, or socially smooth, even small imperfections can feel exaggerated. A slightly awkward sentence suddenly feels like proof that you sounded foolish, even though nobody else interpreted it that way. This is why these moments tend to appear more strongly when you care about the people you are talking to. Friends, coworkers, someone you respect. The brain becomes more sensitive because social belonging matters more in those situations. But there's something important to understand about this whole process. The feeling that you sounded stupid is not evidence that you actually did. It's evidence that your brain is carefully monitoring your place in the social environment. It's trying to protect your reputation, trying to improve future interactions, trying to keep you socially safe. The system itself isn't the problem. The problem is that the brain sometimes overestimates how important a small moment really was. In reality, conversations are full of imperfect sentences, pauses, half-formed thoughts. Everyone does it. But because you experience your own thoughts from the inside, you analyze them more deeply than anyone else ever will. So when you find yourself replaying a normal sentence and feeling slightly embarrassed, pause for a moment. Ask yourself something simple. Did anyone react negatively in the moment? If the answer is no, the conversation probably unfolded exactly the way it needed to. Your brain is just doing what it has always done, reviewing, analyzing, trying to improve. But sometimes the healthiest response isn't to keep analyzing the moment. Sometimes it's to let the replay end. Because the truth is, most of the sentences you worry about later were never a problem to begin with.